Hi, welcome to Qigong Live Online. This is the beginners class. So somebody asked me the other day about the static postures in Qigong. So quite often when you think of postures in Qigong, you think of moving postures. You think of moving arms and all these different exercises where you're moving your body. But there is a whole Qigong systems where you don't move. So I wanted to introduce, I've introduced some of them before. I'm going to go back there again just to talk a little bit about why the significance of them and why they're so important to use static postures and why they're so well revered in the Qigong fraternity and why people swear by them. There's some people just do static postures, don't do any movement at all. Before we do that, we're going to bow. So roll back onto your thumbs, put your feet together, your feet facing off towards the 10 to 2, and put your hands on the side of your body. You roll back onto your thumbs. Then your left hand underneath, right hand on top, two thumbs together. Go. Make a fist with your left, cover it with your right, and bring it towards your heart. And return the surplus chi back to your lower dantian. Very good. So we're standing in the posture. So we might as well start with the most famous static posture there is, and that would be tree hugging or holding trees, which is this posture here. Now I'm going to set it up for you, so we set it up so you get more benefit from it than just holding your hands up. And it's all about the setup. It's all about the alignment. Your body posture is all aligned. How you tuck everything and you tighten it all up and everything's perfectly aligned so the energy moves a lot smoother. And so we'll set it up for you to that extra. And then we'll talk a little bit, once you're in this posture, we'll talk a little bit about what's happening inside the posture itself. As I say, there are some Qigong systems, this is the only exercise they do, tree hugging. That's their go-to exercise. They do that every day for half an hour, and everything they need to know in life comes out of that exercise, sort of. Well, it does, but... So we're going to start off with our feet. So our feet, we're going to put out particular. There's lots of different ways you can do this. You can do this in double horse stance or triple horse stance. We're going to do it in a single horse stance just for the ease of this is the beginners class, and so there's not so much pressure on your legs. So, but we are going to stand on our boards of our feet, the front of our feet, and you're going to bend your knees slightly so that you're standing on your muscles. The heels are touching the ground, but there's no weight in them. They're just touching the ground. And all the weight's on the front of your feet, and you feel like you're sprung because you're standing on your muscles. And you want to engage your muscles because that's where that engages all the energy. The hands start off with the palms facing towards the ground, the Lao Gong point in the hand, we've talked about this, facing towards the ground. And then we bring the hands up. As we bring the hands up, keep your shoulders down. Don't pick your shoulders up, just pick your arms up slowly. Try and relax as much as you can. Then roll your elbows down, which brings your hands around. Good, into this posture. Yep. So when we're into this posture, there's two different parts of this. So the where the arms go, so what you don't want, this is the two extremes. You don't want your elbows touching your inside of your body like that, and you don't want your shoulders up like that. So it's like halfway between those two is where the posture is. For this one, we have our fingers quite close. We're not going to have our hands apart. We're actually going to got them quite close. Yep. And we're going to sit in this posture. Good. When we're in this posture, there's a couple of key positions in the body that you need to do when we're in this posture. I'm going to turn around to show you them. So when we come around here, one of the first ones is about keeping the back straight. Remember, we've got our legs slightly bent. You don't want to lean backwards, and you don't want to lean forward. When you're holding, you don't want to lean forward like this, and you don't want to be leaning backwards like that. So you can have a look in a mirror so your back's nice and straight. When you go down and you're low, because you're there straight and you've bent your legs slightly, you're standing in this posture with a straight back. What you want to do is you want to tuck your pelvis forward. So you bring your pelvis, you tilt your pelvis forward, and then relax. Yeah. So we're standing in the posture with a nice straight back. Yeah. We can do that like that, posture like that. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to bring your chin back. So instead of having your chin out, you're going to bring your chin back, and that'll line up the top. So you bring your chin back, yeah, chin back, take your pelvis, straight back. And to say the easiest way to do that is to go and have a look in a mirror sometime, get some mirror on the side and do the posture, and then you'll see where you're forward or backwards, and then you can just adjust it and then remember what that feels like. And that's the easiest way to work out the posture is either that or lean against a wall. So we're into that posture. So as I say, this is a very famous posture. You sit inside here. Now, as you sit inside this, because you're engaged your muscles in your legs, as soon as you engage your muscles, the muscles need power. And so then it starts drawing energy from the ground into the legs and starts making the energy move up through the meridians in the legs. So it increases your power of your body. So that the static postures are renowned for producing more energy in the body. And this is one of the reasons, because you're standing on fixed feet, engaging the muscles, and all of a sudden all the energy starts going. The chi starts moving, the blood starts circulating more because you're putting pressure on your muscles. It's like holding your arms out, which we're going to do next. And you hold there. As soon as you do that and you put pressure on the muscles, then the energy starts coming to fund to hold those arms up. Yep. Anyway, back to this exercise. We're standing in this posture. The energy comes down the fingers, of course, energetic without getting too detailed about it. The energy is making a circle like a tree, like around the circles around the tree. It's going out through your fingers. And we have this energy circle here. And we have a circle from the ground through our body. And we're standing here and all this energy is circulating around the body. It opens up all the energy pathways in the body. One exercise does this, which is this exercise. It's fantastic. Remember to keep your shoulders down. As the shoulders get tired, you can feel your shoulders creeping up. Keep relaxing your shoulders. Very good. Now, how you get out of this exercise, and you can stand here as long as you like, as long as you're comfortable, but you don't want to put a lot of stress and strain on your body. So then turn your hands around to the front, palms facing down. Then pull your elbows back to bring your hands back. And then return the surplus chi back to your lower dantian. Internally, it goes back to your lower dantian. Where your energy center is. Very cool. And because you haven't done this for a while, just shake your legs out, get the tension out of your legs, tension out of legs, tension out of arms. Yeah, so the body's nice and relaxed. So that's the first one we're going to do. Second one we're going to do is called Flying Eagle. Now this is out of the Zhan Zhaung Qigong system, and there's a setup for this one as well. And this is about, when I just talked about engaging your muscles in your legs, and if you engage the muscles and you have stress, I wouldn't say stress is the wrong word, tension in your muscles because you're activating the muscles in your legs, then energy has to fund the muscular activity. So the same thing if I bring my hands to the side like that, now I'm holding my arms up, now all the muscles are engaged and I need energy to do that. That's what the next one is, and this is what it looks like. The exercise looks like that. I'm going to show you how to get to that position. Yep. So just bring your hands down, relax. So we'll do the same thing again. Connect your feet to the ground. Bend your knees slightly. Good. Then bring your hands. This time you're going to bring your palms face towards the ground, and you're going to bring them to the side. As you bring them to the side, you bring your arms to the side. Keep your shoulders down. I'll give you a clue to this one. A cue to this one. Bring your hands down again. Make it even easier for you. Have the idea, a concept of a wrist string, like a puppet, and it has a string attached to the wrist and a string attached to the elbow. Yep. So when we bring our arms to the side, the elbow and the wrist strings are pulling our arms up. It's a weird feeling when you do this, and you'll be able to feel it. And that's sort of the strings pull your arms up, and you get to the top, get to about shoulder height, and then what I'll get you to do is just hang on your shoulders, just droop your arms like that. So you don't want straight arms; they're slightly bent like that. Yeah, and you sort of hang there. It's like one of those birds, what do they call them? The cormorants that dive under the water. And when you see them drying their wings, they sort of sit there with their wings like this, drying their wings. Well, it's the same sort of thing. Now, the big thing of this, of course, is now you've got all this weight out here on the other side and your body's having to hold them up. And the muscles are holding them up. So you're engaging your muscles, engages the energy. Because you've got your knees slightly bent, you're engaging the energy in your legs as well now. Very good. And just relax. Relax your best you can. You'll be able to feel the energy coming out your fingertips. You'll be able to feel the energy coming out the palm of your hands. Yeah, it's a beautiful posture. And you can stand here as long as you're comfortable till you don't get too stressed. If you get too stressed and it's too much pain, it starts producing too much endorphins in the body because of the pain. And then it counter creates what you're trying to create. The pain will override your ability to relax. And so then now you're getting all sorts of things happening in the body. So you don't want to do that. You build it up slowly so you're not torturing yourself. Because some people have got a lot of discipline and they'll stand in this posture for a long time, but you don't need to do that. Just build it up slowly. Good. And now I'm going to bring the hands down. How you bring the hands, just lower them down. Lower the strings down. Bring them down. Good. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the Qigong. So that's engaging the muscles through the energetic function of the muscles, because the muscles are engaged in your legs, the muscles are engaged in your arms. It's going to fund, there's going to be a lot of energy come to engage the muscles. Yeah. But there's another part to this, and what we're trying to do in the Qigong is to engage the energy body without engaging the muscles. And that's where the whole practice comes to the side, where you're standing one day with your arms like there, and you've got no muscles holding your arms up. The energy holds them up. And that's what our goal is. But this is a long-term practice. Don't expect to happen that on day 2 or day 3. It takes a while till you get to the stage. And it happens in the tree hugging as well. Your arms will get to the stage where they'll stay there by themselves, energetic, and the energy holds them up. And basically you can sit there for all day and every day, and you don't, there's no tension in your shoulders at all. They just hang. It's just energy. And it just holds them up for you. And all you have to do is let the muscles go, but your body and your mind doesn't know how to do that. It still thinks it needs muscles to hold your arms up. And just part of the letting go process is to realize you can actually stay like this, and the energy will hold them up by itself. And that just comes in time. And people that have been practicing Qigong would have experienced that. They would experience their arms moving by themselves without them moving your arms. The arms just float by themselves. They would have experienced this. It's a practice, and it's one of the goals of it, is to be able to stand there effortlessly inside the stillness, not moving, and just the energy holding you without any muscles engaged at all. Even though we've got our knees bent slightly to the front and the energy is coming up through the toes, well, because we weighted on our toes, the energy comes up through the toes. But then also let the tension go out of the legs as well. So the legs don't have any tension. They're all relaxed as well. Everything's relaxed, even though you've got your legs bent. So that's part of it. I'm just mentioning it now as one of the goals of Qigong, and it takes practice to do that. And don't expect to be able to do that in day 1 or 2 or 3 or 3 weeks. It can take time. But in saying that, people have been known to just let go instantly when they do this. So it's about you and your mind, about how you can let go what you think it is. So we're going to do another exercise. We're going to do another one from... We're going to Zhan Zhaung. We're staying Zhan Zhaung Qigong because it's a great postures. The Zhan Zhaung Qigong are static postures. And we're going to pick one, and it's called Bagua. Bagua. We're going to use Bagua posture. We did one in the beginners class before this today, and we did one, and we're going to do the other one. So we did 3 body postures before we're going to do Bagua. So it comes to the side, and your foot goes forward, and your hands go forward that way. Both palms are facing towards the front. You're standing on the back leg, and you've got one leg on the ground. And this one's just resting on the ground. There's no weight in all the weights. You're basically standing on one leg, lying that posture, and the other leg's just touching the ground. Yeah, it's just resting. So all the weight's in this leg. So it's like a stump. And because it's slightly bent, you've got your knees bent as well. Standing on the kidney point, the same thing on your heels. You're still not got any weight on the heels. It's just resting on the ground. Coming forward. And now we've got the arms coming forward this way. Now with Bagua, that we change the feet positions around slightly, and our foot's going to go with the first one's that one. We're going to bring our foot around so it's running. The foot's parallel to the direction we're facing. Yeah, the weight's still on the back leg, but the foot's facing that way. So your arms are going out the same direction. Your chest is facing that way. The legs is going across this way, and you're facing that way. I'm going to turn around so you can see that. Yeah, at the same time, I'm looking out past the hands. But if I come around, I'll come and do this way so you can see that. So I'm standing like, I have to do in the diagonal. So I've stood up to the side. I'm this way to start off with. Yeah, I'm facing that way. And I've turned the foot around. So it looks like that facing me. Yeah, both hands are facing towards the front. The legs up. This is a martial. Bagua is a martial system. And this is one of their stances. And I'm standing in the posture like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this elbow, we're going to bring it down. So you're going to go from there, and then you're going to bring the elbow down like that. Yep. So we keep the elbows in because you want to protect your flank, and the legs around to the side. And this is Bagua posture. Yep. Good. Now we'll just go around to the side again so I can talk to you. To that position, turn around to that position. Now what happens now is that we're only standing on one leg now, so it's doubling the amount of power coming out of one leg. Instead of having double weighted, we've got both of them coming up. Now I've only got one leg on the ground with weight in it, and all the power's coming up one leg. So you're doubling the amount of energy coming up through the leg. And this is why these single-legged exercises in the Zhan Zhaung are so powerful, because now you're energizing the leg with double the amount of power. Yep. Holding the posture and this posture and just relaxing. Certain meridians goes out through certain meridians of the hand, but at this stage don't worry about that. Just know that it comes up the leg and goes out through the hands. In some of the advanced classes you can see which meridians it's involved in. That's the posture. Good, we swap sides to go to the other side, bring the foot in, dip the other way. So we steer it up first this way, then we turn the foot around, then we bring the elbow down, and then look straight out that way. Now all the weight's in the opposite leg now. It's just basically standing on the other leg now by its weight. Now we're engaging all the energy in the other leg. Comes up from the leg, out through the two hands. And we're looking out, we're looking without looking. We're looking into the distance. We're not actually looking at anything particular. We're just looking out and not gazing at anything particular. We're not focusing on anything. And breathe in nice and slowly. And then breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And inside this place you discover stillness. What happens inside this, inside the non-movement, there's a stillness that happens. Keep your mind inside your body. Feel what's happening inside your arms, inside your torso, inside your legs. And keep your mind present to yourself inside the stillness. And breathe in long in breath, long out breath. Just relax as much as you can. And just stay present to yourself. Stay present in the present moment. Good. And then bring your hands and feet back in again. Very good. And relax. There you go. Now, if you're not used to it, you can just shake your arms out, get rid of the tension. You'll feel the energy in your palm of your hands. You'll also feel a lot of energy in your legs. You can shake them out because you want to get rid of the tension. So that's about stillness. This is one of the other things you get from this, is about the understanding of stillness. That expression of what stillness feels inside your body. Because if you take your mind inside your body, then your mind's got something to do, but it also creates quietness from your mind. And you stay in the present moment because you can't be inside your body and not be in the present moment. And it stops your mind going out. It stops it going out, thinking of the past, thinking of the future. And these exercises are very good for that, and that's helpful to you. And this one, there's lots of parts to static postures, static Qigong, but there are just a couple of things to get you started. And the practice, and some people just love them, and some people don't like them. There's no right or wrong. It's just different people like different sorts of exercise. Have a beautiful day. This is the last day we're going to be here today. We've been training and practicing in this garden for 3 years now, every week for 3 years. And so we're moving camp. So next week you'll see us in a different location. And it's been exciting. It's been a pleasure to be in this beautiful big garden we're in here. It's got green everywhere. You can't see the other, but the green keeps going all the way around that way too. There's beautiful big trees in here. So it's been a great place to train inside, in this sort of like canopy of green. But I won't miss the humidity, because it's stinking hot out here at the moment, because it rained last night and it's really, really hot blue sky day, and all the heat's coming up from the ground. So I won't miss that. Have a beautiful week, and we'll see you next week. And if you have any questions about those exercises, please ask. Just send me a message, and yeah, very gladly answer your question for you. Okay, bye-bye. We'll bow at the end. Roll back on your thumbs. Our last bow. Bring your hands around the front. 2 thumbs together. And gong. Make a fist with the left hand, cover with your right. Bring it towards your heart. And then take the surplus chi back to your lower dantian. Back to your physical center, underneath your navel. Very good. And we step back and we bow to everybody who's watching the class today. And we're also bowing to all the people that come and watch this class afterwards in the next year or 2 years, 5 years, whenever you watch this class. I hope you enjoyed the class. This was for you. Have a great time, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.